What's up, everybody, and welcome back. Quick little intro here. Today's video is kind of going to be an update from the last one. First thing I want to say for everybody is thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. If you haven't seen already, we actually a little bit past 1,000 subscribers now. I couldn't have imagined when I started this channel not long ago, a couple years ago, or about a year and a half ago now, that I would have this many subscribers. Honestly, I just wanted to kind of do videos for you guys and everybody about ant keeping, about how to set up Outworlds and where to get them from, and the type of food you can buy, and then the heat setups that you can have, and all of the things that I've learned over the years. I wanted to just share with you guys, and that's what I've done here. So I just wanted to say thank you real quick, and kind of in this video, what we need to do is we're going to swap over the Campanotus Discipiens, or bicolor, depending on who you ask. And we're going to give them a new test tube setup in this this video. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back after the intro. Alright, welcome back, everybody, to S&E Ants YouTube channel. Appreciate you being here, appreciate you watching. Like I said in the intro, in this video we're going to kind of focus on the Campanotus Discipiens now, also known as Campanotus bicolor. It really depends on who you ask. They're two different ants, but they're almost identical, to be honest with you. So I wanted to get everybody a quick little update on the colonies too, because last video what we did was we took them out of diapause. We got them in their new home, or in the new Outworlds, cleaned up, and as you can see, the barrier is already kind of worn off. We'll go over that here in just a second. I'll do a really good review before this video ends about what happened to the Campanotus colony that we had kind of talked about a little bit, give you an update on the second colony, Campanotus pennsylvanicus colony, and the main, or excuse me, the Campanotus castaneus colony. So you can kind of see my setup here. I got main nest, second Campanotus pennsylvanicus colony, Campanotus castaneus, and then Campanotus discipiens in the test tube setup here. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause real quick. I'm going to get the tripod set up, and we're going to kind of swap this out, because as you can see, there's not a lot of water left in this. The ants kind of stay huddled up on the tube here, and I need to give them a fresh tube. They like the heat, but they don't like the heat, and it's kind of, as you can see, it's giving a little moisture, and they just need to get cleaned out a little bit. So they're not quite big enough to go into the discus yet. I want to move them into the discus. They're just not big enough. Honestly, there's quite a few workers in there. I'm just not comfortable just yet moving them in. I want to have quite a few more workers in here before we move them into the discus. So let's get right into this, and I'll put you on the tripod. All right, so everybody's on the tripod. Kind of freeze both my hands up to work here. As you can see, I got a clean test tube, and we've kind of discussed it before. I have kind of like a hybrid setup going on, where I have a Tar Heels Ants Outworld that is typically on top of mini hearths, and I kind of have I have an Ants Canada test tube into one of his adapters into a bigger test tube, or excuse me, or the tubing, the vinyl tubing, into a smaller vinyl tubing that Tar Heels uses, because Ant Canada usually uses a really big tube, and then I got it all the way down to the 3/8 that Mac uses over in his setups. So this is kind of the temporary setup that I have for them now that's actually done quite well. It allows me to feed them, give them the nectar and the water, and then if they need more water, it's in the test tube themselves. So what we're going to do here is just a quick test tube setup to swap them out. The cool thing about his test tube is he has a water line here on his. Now I don't know, and again, these are not glass, these are just a plastic and acrylic, but for easy, newer ant keepers, they can just follow the line right there, so you can fill it up until you're about right. Give it a little bit more right there. I'm a little bit above the line, to be honest with you, but that kind of gives you an idea of how much water you should be putting in these test tubes, and then the rest would be just cotton. So what we'll do is we'll get just plain old cotton ball here. Obviously organic is better, but I'm not going to be one of those ant people. Just a cotton ball works. Fold it up, stick it in there, and then where's my trusty pointy stick I've used in other videos? If you're an OG subscriber, you remember the pointy sticks. So if you're new here, you'll see me use these pointy sticks quite a lot. But we're just going to slide it in there and well, you try not to get an air bubble, but Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. So we're just going to tap it in there. Get a little bit of an air bubble, not a big deal. But this is pretty much a clean setup for this colony, and same size. So the tricky part here, and again, some people are going to cringe and get a little upset at me for this, but some people use the dump method. Some people use taping. What they'll do is they'll take 2 different test tubes and tape them together, and then they'll let the colony freely move over. Some people will dump the colony into the outworld and then connect the new one. And then Ants Canada, and again, if you were, I may have shown you guys in another video, but I have one of his multi connector outworlds, and then you'll just plug the new outworld into that, and the ants will move in if they want to. Again, I'm kind of old-fashioned, so you know, take that for what it's worth. I'm not harming the ants. Just make sure you understand that. I love these ants. They're my pets. I make these videos for you guys about these ants to show you how to care for them the best way possible. And sometimes you may not necessarily agree with my methods on how to take care of them. That's perfectly fine. But this is how I do it here with my colonies, and all of them have been doing great. So just keep that in mind. But I'm using the dump method, and we'll try to go from there. All the leftover stragglers we'll kind of put in this setup. So what we're going to do is, again, we're going to attempt to do this. It's a lot of ants in here too. So we're going to just undo that, and we're going to try to just put these 2 together. And I need to keep an eye on this out right here, and then just give it a flick, see if we'll get any ants to fall in. The biggest thing is to get the queen in there. And again, I'm not tapping hard. This is just a good little flick. That's all we're doing here. And the queen's on the edge, so I kind of just want to make sure the queen gets in there before anybody else does not. Oh, queen's in, and then we'll disconnect this. We're going to put this upside down so none of the ants get out. And then we have 1 escapee, which is okay. We'll connect it back. And then see, we have 1 escapee on my hand. I don't know if you guys can see her. Yep, she's a little frantic. So the new test tube setup is connected with the queen inside. So again, she's perfectly okay. We're going to turn this around to the outworld. Pop this top off. Find her, and then we're gonna gently stick her in. Again, these Campanotus are so small. They're not, if they do bite you, it's not gonna hurt. These are like really the smallest variation of Campanotus that you can get is the Discipian. So we're gonna just gently, come on, go in. I don't want to hurt you, because again, and you got to remember, guys, this is a founding colony, so you don't want to hurt any of these girls, because every ant is super important here. And because again, it's a founding colony, okay? So you don't want to hurt these ants. You don't want to, this is not like a main colony that you can kind of just be rough with per se, and lose a few here and there. You don't want to do that, because being a founding colony, every ant you lose is hurting them. So you can see we got quite a bit in here, and maybe my phone can focus up. We got a couple of majors in there, and we don't want to lose them. So we're going to pop the top off again and see if we can kind of coax these in here like that. Yep. Now we can be a little bit harder, but we don't want any escapees. So I just had 1 run out somewhere, but we'll find her in a second. Wherever she went. She may have ran back inside. I think she did. So again, test tube 30, starting to get moldy and nasty. Don't want that for the colony. We don't have any brood in here. They kind of lightened up on brood. She's been a slow queen. I will say that. So I didn't have any brood to worry about, and if there were any, they usually fall in with the initial flick. So you can see the queen, and here, I'll get you a better angle here. She's fine. They're just trying to figure out what's going on, trying to get used to the new smells, new homes. There is, and again, I don't know if you can be able to see, and I'll use my pointy stick here, but if you can see right behind this worker, so I'll try to position the stick right around here, there is just a little tiny larva, and I don't know if you'll be able to see a little grain of rice, but it did fall in. It looks like 2. So that's good. We'll keep them there. The queen's in there. They all will calm down here in a minute. And they'll be good to go. So I did just accidentally knock over their water tower, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys how this colony is doing and give you an update for them. Again, if you're in this kind of situation where you needed, or if you're raising a founding colony too, this is a great little video to watch, kind of see how you swap out an old test tube. But that's it. I just wanted to kind of show you that real quick, a little short video, kind of going back to what we've done in the past, and not these really long 30+ minute videos. I will give everybody an update on these other colonies here. So if you give me 1 second, I'll get off the tripod. Kind of want to show you guys them, show you how they're doing. And as I showed you before, there is quite a bit of ants in here. So you got the queen, 2 workers there. Every bit of I mean, these 20 workers, maybe 10 to 20 workers there, and then you got a bunch hanging in the outworld. I'm not trying to show you my thumb there, but and you can see I've been giving them a couple crickets here and there. I'll give them some mealworms. I give them a variety of different proteins, and then the nectar and stuff like that. So I'm gonna put them right here for now, and then we're going to show you an update on the nest that we have back here. I'll be right back. All right, and we are back. So this is a quick little update for everybody on the colonies. This is the second Camponotus colony. You can see they are doing excellent. All brood stages here. You got eggs in the back left back here. You got huge major larvae right here. And then you got pupae. Literally, they have all of them against the glass. This is where the heat cable is taped across. So you can see all stages there. They're doing great. The queen's normally hanging out down here somewhere, but oh no, there she is, right there. You see right in the middle. So that's her. Then we'll go to the Castanillas colony. They are growing at a really good pace. You can see the queen back here. Again, thing of shadow, so sorry there, but she's back there, really bright red. And then the rest of the colony is doing excellent. They are definitely a dirtier colony than the rest of mine, and I think it's because Castanillas are, from what I understand, dirt-dwelling Camponotus species. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but they usually are in dirt the farther south in the United States that you go. So, and then we got the main colony here, but you can see they're doing fantastic. Again, huge piles of pupae. And like when I say huge, you got to remember this is a good like inch deep down. So you got about an inch of pupae here, straight down all the way around, all through here. They just have a mountain. And again, they like their heat. So the heat cable runs on this side of the nest because I want to have them a cool side and a hot side. And the heat cable runs through here, and they just keep all the brood piled around that. So it's good for you guys to kind of see how that works with a cool side of the nest and a hot side of the nest. The queen is right. I actually just saw her right here. The back of her is right there. I think that might be just a major, to be quite honest with you. I'm trying to see myself because, nope, that's the queen. She's right there. That's her little head popping out right there. So that's her. They have all her eggs up here on the kind of lukewarm side. So they got their eggs here, pupae here near the entrance, I guess, where they can come in and feed them real quick, and then all the pupae back here getting warm. There's a queen right there. You see her right big. So last video we had a little issue where I asked you guys, because she was in that hibernation state, we didn't know if she was going to survive. Well, surprise, she has done well. She come back too. Again, she's laying, everything's working great. So all the colonies are doing wonderful. Hopefully this is going to be a great year for the channel, great year for these ants. I'm really excited about this colony. This is the one I'm really focusing on this year. These two colonies here and here have done so fantastic that I'm kind of out of space. This is going to be their nest for a long time. This colony right here I'm a little worried about because they're going to have a population explosion here soon, and I'm hoping to keep them in this nest all year until we have to upgrade to one of these or one of Mac's phalanx nests that I'm actually considering getting. So, but yeah, trying to get them into a phalanx. We'll see. This nest has done great for me. I just need to look at a cost perspective where these custom nests that he did for, so this is a custom nest Max did for me. This is a custom nest Mac did for me. This is one of his we talked about this before, just a fortress. This is all this is called, a fortress. This is a kind of a custom. I didn't ask him for him, but near the holidays he'll do a little custom. I think this is I want to say a 6x13 or a 5x13. I can't remember exactly, but he will do these little special Outworlds, and again he kind of did this one the same way. This is another little holiday special he did. So this one's done wonderful. I love this one. The ants have been all at the bottom. They've only been a few hanging out. We've always had issues with this nest where they all like to hang out, and I've kind of noticed what's going on here is, especially when I have the heat cable draped from nest to nest to nest, they just migrate to where the heat cable lays across the plastic, and they don't like this barrier. This particular colony is the worst for getting up on the edges, getting past this barrier. This colony stays exactly where it needs to be. They'll stay beside the barrier, never had an issue. Same thing with this colony here. They've been below the issue, never been up top, and you can see them running out now. So hope everyone enjoyed the update. Thank you all for 1,000 subscribers. I can't thank you enough. Thank you. Hopefully everybody is on board. We're going to grow, and I'm going to show everybody how to take care of ants, and hopefully it's a great learning experience for all of you guys. Hope you have a great week. Happy Easter. We're actually right before Easter when we're recording this. Happy Easter, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.